And welcome to another episode of the Koto's Mojo. And as always, I'm your host, Patrick Koto. Happy Super Bowl week, everybody. The Super Bowl is finally here, which means the NFL season will be over after this week. But man, what a season it was. We got our buddy Ian on the show today. Ian, how are you doing?
Doing fantastic. Coming up on the Super Bowl. Just got the Pro Bowl done. Did not watch a second of it. I will tell you that.
It is okay, Ian. I didn't watch a
Eh,
second of it either because who gives a shit about the Pro Bowl?
yeah. I mean, it's kind of fun they turned it into flag football so that at least there could be a little bit of action because before they wouldn't tackle and all that. So that's cool. I mean, I still didn't watch it, but
I didn't watch it either.
yeah. But hey, we're coming up on the Super Bowl, the biggest game of the year. Two big teams.
A
I'm
good one,
excited.
too.
hmm
Really good one, too. I'm excited for that one, but we'll definitely touch on that soon. But first, we got to recap the NFC and AFC championship games. The Kansas City Chiefs are able to dethrone the Baltimore Ravens and that stingy defense because that defense was a pain in the ass for everybody to play against. Not the Chiefs. They did what they had to do to win the game.
Yeah, they did a great job. And I mean, Chiefs did what they do, man. They kick ass.
Exactly. And again, it was an ugly 17 to 10 win. But Ian, you know what? It's playoffs. You're fighting to keep your season alive. Shit, I don't even care if final scores are 10-0 in a playoff game. You're fighting to keep your season alive.
Yeah, exactly. And that was a hell of a game.
Great game. It looked like it was going to be a potential shootout and stuff the way the game started. Both teams traded touchdowns to make it, 7-all. And then the Baltimore Ravens, at one point, they were trailing 17 to 7. They were about to go into the end zone. Nope, the Chiefs force a fumble on the goal line. That was your game changer right there.
Yep. That was big time right there. I mean, big moves like that, that's gonna change the course of the game and change and who's gonna go to the Super Bowl.
Yep, and right now for the AFC, it's the Kansas City Chiefs, definitely silencing all the doubters. We had our doubts as well for the Chiefs because, Patrick Mahomes was on the road for the very first time, and he definitely lived up to the challenge.
Yeah, big time. And Patrick Mahomes, this is why he's one of the best. This is why people are gonna be comparing him to Tom Brady.
Yep, well, he's playing like it right now, and look what he's been doing.
hmm
Now, if only his dad can stay out of trouble. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I did. So we'll see if he can make it to the Super Bowl.
We'll see if he can make it. We'll see if Miss Taylor Swift can make it. I'm sure she will be
Oh,
there
she's
front and center.
she's coming.
She's coming, just like Mr. James Droz going, "What happened?" It's Taylor Swift's the next one. She's coming,
Yep.
people. But yeah, props to the Chiefs for making the Super Bowl, and their opponent is the San Francisco 49ers. I would have never thought they would make it after that terrible first half against the Detroit Lions.
Yeah. Geez, man, you can just thank Dan Campbell for fucking all that up, going for it on fourth down when you could easily just kick a field goal and tie the game, and they would have been up if they would have kicked those field goals. But
I know because if you think about it, he went for it on fourth down twice in the game, deep inside enemy territory. You kick field goals on that. That late touchdown by Jamison Williams is actually the game-winning touchdown for the Lions. Pending
hmm
what San Francisco would have done with a minute to go in the game, but still, I I love Dan Campbell, Ian. I love him, but he took a huge gamble against the Niners and it didn't pay off. Like I respect it, but at the same time, it was at this moment when he knew he fucked up, and he
yeah,
did.
yeah, he shit the bed big time. And yeah, he'll probably learn from that mistake and he'll probably be kicking more because I mean
I hope so.
there's a reason why you hired a kicker, why you're paying him big money is to make big moves like that with stuff that can win the game.
Exactly. And at the same time, too, the way the Lions were playing and stuff, I'm not surprised that they went for it on fourth down. I was surprised, though, late in the game when they were trailing, I think they were trailing 27-24 at one point of the game. They decided to go for it and don't get it. Again, you kick that field goal, it's a tie game. San Francisco gets that touchdown. You respond with the touchdown. Boom. We're tied up once again.
Yeah. Just not smart coaching by Dan Campbell. I get it. You want to get these touchdowns and make sure that you have enough insurance to finish up the games. But
It's
dude,
the
you should,
playoffs.
yeah, it's the playoffs. You should know that these games come down to just a couple points. So come on, man. Next time, just kick that field goal. There's
Seriously.
no point in going for it on fourth.
Like you saw what the Niners did to the Packers a couple years ago in the playoffs. That final score was 13-10. Again, I don't care what a score. I don't care if a final score is 6-3 in a playoff game. Take do what you can to win a game. Some games are
Yeah.
won, by 1 point too.
Yeah, kick the field goal and have your defense go out there and stop them from getting touchdowns and getting ahead of you.
Exactly.
It's so plain and simple. You have special teams and defense to help you through the game, but he's just like offense, 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 offense. I don't know. It just was not smart. It's a good team, but man, I mean, they can definitely capitalize next year if they
I
don't
hope
play
so.
dumb ball like that. Because I mean, we did see a few games this season where they totally shit the bed. It's against us
Bears, I was
when
gonna
we
say.
beat them. Well, we had to shit the bed first before they had to shit the bed. So
Well, the
I
way we
mean,
were playing against the way we were playing against them the first time, we thought they were going to shit the bed with how terrible Jared Goff was playing, throwing 3 interceptions in the game. The Bears' offense had some things clicking, and then came back to our bullshit coaching with Eberflus and Getzy folding under pressure. Lions come back and win the game. That was fucked. But and then we learn our lesson against them in week 14, where the Bears defense played great. But speaking of the Lions defense, they have a great defense. They just had a really bad third quarter against the Niners. They're up 24-7 at the half. San Francisco goes on a 17-0 run and tied up at 24. Okay, game's tied. We could still have chances to win it. They kick a field goal, and then shit went downhill from the Lions from there. Again, take the points when you can, especially in a playoff game. Especially too when you haven't made a Super Bowl ever. This is a
yeah,
team that's been in the league for 90 seasons. Still hasn't made a Super Bowl.
got to play smart football. Can't be doing that under pressure bullshit. Just keep doing what you're doing, man. Bring it down the field, and if you have to, kick the
Right.
field goal because there's just no point to go for it on fourth down when there's a possibility you're not going to get any points. I'd rather get three than nothing.
Yeah, as I say, especially in an NFC Championship game, I'll take the 3, even if I'm at my, even if I'm at my opponent's 10-yard line. I'm taking the 3 all day, every day. Because
I'll take it at the 3 yard line, dude. Like, I like once your offense, if they can't capitalize on 3 downs, bring out your kicking because they're not gonna get it on that fourth down.
exactly, and I hope the Lions learn from this because it ain't going to be easy next year because teams are going to find ways to beat the Lions now, like us.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they're gonna walk all over them. Like I said, I think next season is gonna be even harder for Detroit because everybody knows what this team's all about. They know what they can do, and everyone's gonna work harder. And they're gonna keep Detroit eyeballed, circled on that calendar
Everybody is,
and
depending on who.
prepare for that game. Because I feel like they are a
Exactly.
good team, but man, you got to find those little weaknesses in there that can just take them down. Got to find their
Plus,
Achilles heel.
there's going to be one team who played like shit this year, and then it's going to explode next year. We saw that with the Texans going from 3 wins to 10 wins, winning a division, winning a playoff game. Like you can't make that shit up.
No, you can't. I mean, it's just crazy how big of a turnaround these teams can make. I mean, shit. Look at the Bears. I mean, we got 3 wins last season, right?
Yep, 3 wins
Yeah,
and got 7 this
yeah,
year.
and we got 7 this year. So I mean, that's an improvement. Teams working better. I- I'm,
Exactly.
I'm. You know what, Patrick? I am banning draft talk until the draft comes up because I am just
I'm not
so
going to
sick
bring
and
it up
tired
either,
of
buddy.
saying
Don't you worry.
we need to keep Justin, we need to keep Caleb Williams because I was about to go on that whole rant. Now I need to stop myself.
I
We
was
cannot
close
talk
to
about this
going on
because
a rant.
this is the same thing where Cubs
Same
fans talk about
bullshit.
those sign Cody Bellinger, sign Cody Bellinger. Dude, I am sick of hearing about this shit. Just fucking sign the guy already. Either do it or don't.
Well, thankfully, Ian, this is the last time we'll be talking football until obviously the draft and stuff. So we will, after the show, we will definitely keep football off our radar and stuff. We'll talk, lot racing, of course, with the 500 coming up. Baseball, of course. We'll avoid Cody Bellinger talk as much as we can. No need to worry about Bears talk and stuff until the draft because that's when all the, the Tweedledee and Tweedledum bullshit will be done. We'll call it that because, like you said, it's getting ridiculous. I am so fucking sick of it.
Only Bears news I want to talk about is fucking George Kittle just standing up for the Bears. Do you see that one reporter asked him the other day? He's like, "Yeah, I'm a Green Bay Packer fan, and blah blah blah. You're going for the Bears and all this." It's like, yeah, I grew up around there. I grew up a big Bears fan, so I helped out the Bears when I could when we beat the Packers.
Hey, how can you not love George Kittle? Seriously.
I love that guy so much, man. He says tell Bears. He doesn't even play for him. Like, man, that would be so sick if he just came to Chicago.
Well, shit, we have two of the best tight ends facing off in the Super Bowl on Sunday: George Kittle versus Travis Kelsey.
That's gonna be amazing. That's another guy that I love is
I love Travis Kelsey.
Travis and Jason Kelsey, man. I love those two. Those guys are awesome. So honestly, this Super Bowl, we are gonna be making a pick here at the end of the show.
We are.
But I hope either of them wins, man. I like both teams. I
I was
like
gonna say I really
everything.
don't care who wins again to make their picks, but
But
it's going to be.
I want to see Kittle hold it up a little bit more. He
Don't we
deserves.
all?
Yeah,
That'd be Super Bowl number 6 for the 49ers, tying the Steelers and Patriots.
that would be huge.
Unfortunately, there's someone out there that's got 7, and his name is Tom Brady, aka the GOAT.
Yep.
This man has been playing football for a long, long, long time.
21 years.
Sounds about right. Yeah,
2001.
he started like I think early in 2001. Then the rest is history.
Yep, 2022. So yeah, about 21 years.
Yeah, dude, it's hard to believe that he and Belichick are out of the league.
Yeah, I really would have thought that Bill Belichick would have gotten a coaching job somewhere in the NFL, but I guess not. I guess people kind of see him as a not so good coach because I mean, look at what the Patriots turned into after Brady left. Yeah, you
You
have a
know
once
what?
in a generation quarterback, but
He did a great job with the Patriots. No ifs, ands, or buts. The
mhm.
man, the man should retire. He's got all the money in the world. He's probably the richest man in Foxborough.
Yeah, right. No kidding.
But that many years he's been in the leagues, like he's done enough. We're happy. We saw that plenty of times for as long as we were watching football.
Yep. Don't need any more, Bill.
No, no more Bill. But no, speaking of the rest of the season, yeah, it's been definitely a crazy season, Ian. Obviously, like you were talking about the Bears, improving from 3 wins to 7 wins. I was happy to see that. We saw the Texans, you know, get into the playoffs, winning their division, going from 3 wins to 10 wins. Like it's just crazy to see how the season went. Who the hell would have thought the Browns would have gotten in?
Yeah, with all the troubles they were having, Joe Flacco say today for the Browns.
Or
So,
he was the fourth quarterback to start this season.
yep. So pretty miraculous to see for the Cleveland Browns with all the troubles they've been having. Been one of the franchises that have been a stinker for the past forever.
Yep.
And it's a
And
yeah, it was good to see that even with a beaten up team, they were still able to make the playoffs.
well, they still had some key players, obviously. Amari Cooper, Miles Garrett. They were finally starting to target David Bell. What the fuck took them so long for that?
Yeah, I just I don't know what they're doing with him. They don't like to throw to him a lot.
Hey, David
I,
Bell, want to come to Chicago? We'll give you a great spot.
dude, it's crazy because he's fast, man. He's a real fast player, and I don't know, man. They could use him so well. I would even love to see him come over and just be a returner. Like that would be fucking cool.
Anything as well, to be honest. I would love to see him, in any position, really. And I'll give some serious props to Buffalo, though. They were a beat up team, and we thought in the middle of the season. And then they
Hmm.
wake up and win their division, win a playoff game, got beat by the Chiefs, but
I
they're
mean,
fine.
they just did not have the team compared to the Chiefs. The Chiefs are just so damn good all around. The Bills will get their Super Bowl appearance again soon, but it's
Don't lose
yeah,
it.
don't lose it 4 times in a row.
How's that even possible, dude? Again, a
Dude,
team makes it to the Super Bowl 4 straight years and they lose all four.
can you just imagine like being a fan of the Bills at that time and being like, "Oh yeah, you know what? We lost this one. We'll get them next year."
You
And
lose enough, you get,
we lost 2 in a row. Yeah, we'll get them next year. Yeah, I
you
think we
get
can do it.
destroyed in the third one when the Cowboys came back to be America's team.
Yeah, and then going to the fourth Super Bowl, you're like, I don't know if we're gonna do this.
And you
We're
lose
gonna do
again. That one was
something.
even close.
It's so, oh man,
I
I can't.
forget which Super Bowl, but there was this one Bills fan. It probably was the first, but he was like saying, Buffalo's a great team. Let's go. Let's go. Like, I'm not surprised because that fan base is called Bills Mafia for a reason. You got guys breaking tables. Shit, you guys got people jumping through flaming tables.
Yeah, not a whole lot of high IQs up there in Buffalo, New York. I'll say that.
Well, let's just put it this way, Ian. That's the only reason why we would go to New York for a Bills game, and of course Watkins Glen.
Yep. I want to watch people fly through tables. I'm not gonna fly through a table, but I'm gonna watch someone do it. That's for damn sure.
I'm jumping to a table. Just kidding.
Damn, dude, do it. You'll be crazy enough.
Do it. We'll watch. We'll watch a good Bills game. You hear the touchdown song. The Bills make me want to shout. Kick your heels up, and well, you get the gist.
Yep. You don't want to get copyright on your video now.
I know. Well, I didn't even say the full word, so it was just my shits and gigs. But anyway, Ian, why don't we go ahead and predict the awards and stuff? Obviously, MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year on the offensive defensive side of the ball, and of course our Coach of the Year and Comeback Player of the Year. Even though we pretty much know who that Comeback Player of the Year will be.
Damar Hamlin.
I was gonna say Joe Flacco, but Damar Hamlin's also not bad.
Joe Flacco said Damar Hamlin deserves it because it takes so much strength to just even go out there and play 5 snaps. If that's all he did this year, dude, that's still incredible. The dude literally died on the field, came back
He did, and
and
that was
played a few snaps. Yeah, if I'll go first with my first award, dude,
yeah.
comeback player of the year, Damar Hamlin for sure.
I would have to agree with you, man. Like you said, we saw a man die last year. Good Lord, that was painful to watch. Not only that, too, it was on national TV that night. ESPN, literally a day after some great college football, because you had the Tulane come from behind win in the Cotton Bowl. You had a good Rose Bowl, Penn State and Utah. We had two great quarterbacks going off, and Joe Burrow and Josh Allen. And
Yeah,
then a man almost dies.
yeah, for real.
So yeah, I will have to agree with you on that, Ian. I will say Damar Hamlin as well. I'm happy
Mhm.
for him because you can't make that shit up. You look back at that, and you're like, this man almost died.
Yeah, for real.
But I'm really happy to see that he's okay.
Me too, bud.
Yep. MVP, everybody's thinking about a quarterback and stuff. But honestly, I'm gonna go out of position. I'm gonna go out of that QB position and go with Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, I mean, he was the leader in rushing yards this season.
Oh, he was Mr. Do It All. He did it all in the running game, passing game. If there's a non-quarterback that deserves MVP, Christian McCaffrey all day.
I got to agree with you.
Mm-hmm. And then offensive player of the year. Gotta show some love to Tyreek Hill.
Love it.
The dude had 1,799 receiving yards. Dude
That's
was like
insane.
200 yards away from 2,000.
Damn.
A complete rarity for an NFL wide receiver to have 2,000 yards.
Yeah, for real.
Yep. The defensive side, Ian. Why not Myles Garrett?
Yeah, not a bad pick.
Exactly. Well, Myles Garrett is the heart and soul of that Cleveland Browns defense.
Hmm.
I mean, you can't stop this guy. He's a wrecking machine on the defense. The dude had, 14 sacks this year.
Yeah,
Sure, TJ,
he was good.
yeah, sure, TJ Watt had more, but still, Myles Garrett's the heart and soul of that defense. Give the defensive player of the year to, Myles Garrett.
Hmm.
Yep. Coach of the year, you know what, Ian? I know he made a few mistakes lately, but I'm gonna go with Dan Campbell.
Totally agree.
This man was brought in with his famous words. We're gonna, bite your kneecap, take another bite. If you punch us, we're gonna get back up and punch you twice. However the fuck he did that press conference.
Yep. Coach
You
of the
know, it,
year, I agree.
it showed, but not quite in the game,
Hmm.
but I'm still happy for the Lions.
Me too.
Offensive offensive rookie of the year, CJ Stroud, man. CJ Stroud. I mean, this man, started this year and took off. Like, we didn't know what to expect with CJ Stroud coming out of Ohio State. And look what he did 4,108 yards, 23 touchdowns. Not bad for a rookie in his first year, throwing 23 touchdowns.
Yeah. Yeah, he's had a hell of a year.
In 15 games, too. Because not often do quarterbacks, play almost the full season. Sure, he missed a few games, but they're playing, he played almost the full season.
Right. Very
Some rookie
true.
quarter, sorry.
I said very true.
Some quarterbacks will start week one, and just not live up to the hype. But I'm really happy for CJ Stroud. I'm going to pick him as my offensive player of the year or rookie of the year, excuse me, and defensive rookie of the year, Will Anderson.
I like it.
Yep. You look back at the Texans draft that in 2023. They went back-to-back picks with CJ Stroud and Myles Garrett. I look back, I'm sorry, not Myles Garrett, Will Anderson. I look back, I'm like, okay, it's a good move for the Texans. Still going to have a lot of work to do. Nope, that's pretty much what they needed. Along with
Yeah.
Tank Dell before he got hurt. Dalton Schultz was a good addition. Nico Collins. They did a great job in the running game with Devin Singletary and Damian Pierce. So I'd say the Texans are in real good hand, and they're going to be back to their winning ways.
I agree.
Awesome. And of course, like we said, come back to the player of the year, DeMar Hamlin, of course.
All right.
You know who I want to give an honorable mention to?
Is that?
Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, you came back pretty well playing with the Bucks.
Yeah, the dude went through a serious slump and stuff with, Carolina, the Rams. Did great with the Bucks. Sure, he had help on offense, but even when he was with Cleveland, I remember in 2019, you had Odell Beckham Jr., David Njoku, Jarvis Landry. What the hell could go wrong? Mayfield played like shit, and he had some terrible coaching.
Yep.
But yes, I am. I hope all these guys get it. Can't believe the season's over, but hopefully it ends on a bang with the good Super Bowl, Ian.
All right. So for my awards,
I
MVP,
jumped the gun.
you gotta give it to Tua, man. It's a QB award. Tua was killing everybody on the passing game this year. Absolutely remarkable for what he came back from dealing with all his
Gonna say
concussion issues.
the man took some scary hits. Like I remember week 4 of last year, he takes a hit and he's like, he was kind of like Ricky Bobby. I'm not sure what to do with my hands right now.
Yep. And then my offensive player of the year, gotta go with Tyreek Hill. I gotta agree with you. Dude was just unbelievable this year.
I agree.
And then My defensive player of the year did TJ Watt, man. He was on fire, 19 sacks on the season. He had a hell of a season.
Anytime TJ Watt is on the field for the Steelers, good things will happen. So I like that pick.
Yeah. My let's see, offensive rookie of the year. I feel like you gotta go Puka, man.
Dude, talk about an out of nowhere player.
Yeah,
Holy
seriously.
cow.
Unheard of.
Because everybody was locked and loaded on Cooper Kupp because he was the only thing the Rams had, or so we thought at the beginning of the season. Puka Nakua. Love that guy. Let's go.
Yeah, dude. It's so awesome to see for that kid. Um, and my defensive rookie of the year, I feel like I gotta go with Jalen Carter. He really showed up this year for the Eagles. Hell of a player, and I think he has a hell of a career ahead of him.
I certainly agree. And, consider the fact that the Eagles, the Eagles really don't have a strong defense. He was a great addition, and look what he did.
Absolutely, man.
Now we can jump onto the Super Bowl and stuff, the final game of the year. It's going to be a good game. I will make my pick, and I'm going to take the San Francisco 49ers will capture Super Bowl number 6 in franchise history.
Not a bad pick, but like we've been saying all season, Brock Purdy is just one of those QBs who's going to be hot or cold. And I'm a little worried about the Super Bowl. You're going up against the best quarterback in the league right now, the best tight end in the league.
100%.
Like you're going up against the team. So you got to show out if you want to outperform Patrick Mahomes. But I don't know, man. I think the Chiefs are just way too good. I think they're going to walk all over them. I got Chiefs.
I don't blame you, Ian, and that means another Taylor Swift meltdown from all the fans.
Oh, dude, no, that just means another cheeseburger for Andy Reid.
Cheeseburger Wallace. I'm gonna eat a cheeseburger and go to bed. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, go do your thing, and then NFL fans are gonna want to kill themselves for kill themselves for seeing Taylor Swift, even though she brought a lot of great revenue to football.
People don't care. They just want to watch football. They don't care about the kind of message it sends.
I mean, again, she's just at the game watching her man play football. She's a national celebrity. Of course, she's going to get attention.
Exactly.
But honestly, yeah, I really don't care if Kansas City wins. I'm hoping for San Francisco, but if Kansas City wins, I'll be happy. At least it ain't Brady or Rodgers.
Exactly.
Well, even though Rodgers is gone,
Yeah.
dude played only not even a fucking minute and a half this season. Bitch got his karma.
Right.
All right, everybody. Well, that will do it for all of our football talk. Now we'll jump on to our big three. And this week's big three is our big three NFL moments of the year. Ian, you go first.
My number one moment I feel like would be just the Bears dealing with the passing of Dick Butkus. Putting the 51 patches on there and just doing everything for him. I thought that was fantastic. One of the best Bears around. Just honoring him the best way they can, putting him on every single player's jersey. So I thought that was such a cool moment. My second one is Damar Hamlin coming back, man. You can't really beat that. That's huge for him to just walk out there again, even stand there.
I have to agree.
My third moment, man, this one's tough, but you know what? This wasn't even during a game. This was before the AFC Championship game last week when the Ravens kicker was warming up right by Kelsey and Patrick Mahomes, and Kelsey and Mahomes were just like throwing his shit. I love that dude because it's like, you're warming up in their spot. And I just love that Travis and Pat just wanted to just rile him up. They just wanted to be a bigger dick than this guy's being.
Right. Well, that was funny to see and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Or Justin Tucker could have moved his helmet somewhere else. Maybe he can move it by the footballs you're kicking.
Yeah, I just don't understand why he wasn't practicing kicking on the Ravens side.
I
That
don't
was
know.
the
I don't know how
Chiefs side. That was so dumb.
it was. Well, anyway, Ian, let's go on to my big three NFL moments of the year. And a lot of people are going to hate me for this, but I got to show love to Taylor Swift bringing the revenue to football. Again, she's just there watching her man play, but Jesus Christ, it attracted a lot of Swifties who don't know shit about football, and now they do. I love it.
They got more fans with it. I mean, what's more than you can ask?
Exactly. And, the more fans, the better. I love to see that. My second one, you can't go wrong about the Lions and their miraculous season they had.
Yeah, I mean, they went from the biggest laughing stock in the NFL to like, oh shit, this team could compete for the next 5 years.
We saw this team go 0-16 in 2008. Now look at them.
Dude, the crazy thing is Dan Campbell was playing for them when they went 0-16. So he
he
knows pain.
Yep. I think he got a touchdown against the Bears in 2006.
Good for him.
Yep. And my last one, Baker Mayfield, making a name for himself this year. He was getting a lot of shit. Got a 1-year deal with Tampa. Definitely lived up to the hype. Won him an NFC South championship, a playoff game. I think he deserves an extension with the Buccaneers. He's in good hands with that offense.
Did, yeah. Brought him to the playoffs. I think that's an automatic extension right there.
Exactly. All right, everyone. Well, that'll do it for our big three NFL moments of the year. Now let's go on to our fantastic and bonehead play of the week. Ian will take a break this time, but I still got some good plays that I could talk about. My first one, Nikola Jokic with the pump fake of the year. Thinks he's shooting a three, gets a defender. Nope, fakes his defender with the pump fake and drives in the lane and scores. Only Nikola Jokic can pull shit like that.
Hey, man, gotta make the other guys look like idiots.
That's basketball for you sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
And my bonehead play of the week. This was from the Clash this weekend. Ty Gibbs button heads with Joey Logano.
I mean, Joey Logano was pissed off for the way that he races everybody. I mean, Ty Gibbs was... I mean, the thing about the Clash is, man, that is such a small track. There is nowhere to fucking hide. You're going to be crashing into everybody. Everyone's going to be making big damage, and Joey Logano just goes up and starts running his mouth. This fucking 20-year-old that's in his second year in the Cup Series, not used to this track. I don't know, man. I hate defending Ty Gibbs, but I gotta defend Ty Gibbs for that. Ty Gibbs, he did nothing wrong, man. He's racing for a win. This race doesn't mean shit except for a little bit of money. But yeah, Joey Logano's just a crybaby bitch, and he just keeps showing why, man.
Exactly, and I was just gonna say, we watched him past races where somebody will fuck him, and then Logano will fuck him. We saw with him and Chase Elliott in 2020 and stuff, where Elliott fucked him out of a win, so he fucks Elliott out of a win, and then he'll do other shit to drivers as well. But yep, that's Joey for you, always starting shit with everyone, and then boom, those drivers are gonna butt heads.
Yeah, that's the way it's gonna go, man.
Yep. And that wraps up the show. Ian, another great episode of the Kodos Mojo, as always.
Absolutely, buddy. Can't wait for the Super Bowl this weekend.
Yep, we got that, and then we'll record our show next week to talk about the Super Bowl and preview the Daytona 500. Oh, baby.
Yes, sir.
Well, until next week, everybody, thank you, everyone, for tuning on to the Kodos Mojo. We will see you next time.